It's a fresh start for all 22 teams in the Northwoods League, as tonight the Duluth Huskies are set to do battle against the Bismarck Larks. And with that, we welcome you into Wade Stadium. I'm Evan Popalis, joined alongside my broadcast partner tonight in Kyle Morrison. And Kyle, the Huskies finished off that first half of the season on a 4-game road stand. They go 3-1 on it, clinching a playoff spot as they are first half champions in the Great Plains East Division. And when it all came down, everything on the line in that final game on the 4th of July at Waterloo, they roll with a bullpen start out of Isaac Rohde. And for the Pen, it's been one of the more struggling factors this season for the Huskies, but when it all mattered, they came up clutch.
Yeah, winning that division championship in the Great Plains East came down to the last game of the season. Ultimately, they won the division by a half game over the Eau Claire Express with a 19-14 record. Eau Claire had a 19-15 record. And you're right, Evan, some poetic justice as the bullpen came through to help the Huskies win that Great Plains East first half championship. This is a bullpen that struggled all year long. We've talked about it all year long ad nauseum. They struggled controlling the ball, and they really haven't had a lot of consistent arms that Marcus Pointer can count on. So it was awesome to see that bullpen come through in that final game against Waterloo for the first half to ultimately clinch the division championship.
One of the aspects of the Huskies game that has been heating up, the University of Omaha products. Some of those Maverick guys with names of Cam Frederick, Devin Hurdle, and Eddie Rosario, who we've touched on so much this season. Those three guys from that same school have been so good as of late for the Duluth Huskies.
Yeah, Cam Frederick, Eddie Rosario, Devin Hurdle. Cam Frederick, he's been a guy whose his bat's been a little bit cold since he's joined the Huskies. He's been consistent on the defensive end, but he bumped up his batting average 50 points on that road trip from a 180 batting average to a 230 batting average. He's hitting 316 in his last 10 games, so he has been a consistent bat in that lineup over the last 10 games, which is a good change for Marcus Pointer's squad. And then Devin Hurdle, he had the big hit that really helped seal the deal for the Huskies against Waterloo on that last game that helped him clinch that division championship. A 3-run homer that was the big blast, as I said, that sealed the deal for the Huskies. And then Eduardo Rosario, I mean, what else can we say about this guy? He has been one of the best players in the entire Northwoods League. Currently, his 391 batting average is the third best in the entire league, and he has 14 RBIs over his last 10 games, as well as a 472 batting average in those 10 games. He has been absolutely on fire.
So tonight is the start of the second half of the Northwoods League season. All the teams right back in contention, trying to battle for that second half crown and find their way into the Northwoods League 2022 playoffs. But for the Duluth Huskies, they've clinched, of course, with that first half Great Plains East championship, but now they still need to battle and find that best overall record within the division if they want to have that home field advantage come playoff time.
Yeah, there is still a lot to play for in this second half. We talked about how the Huskies won this first half division championship by the slimmest of margins. La Crosse and Eau Claire are still right on their tail, and if they find a way to have a better overall record than the Huskies do at the end of this 72-game season, then they will host the 3-game series that starts the playoffs. And so the Huskies, they want to keep on playing hard. They want to keep on playing well, because in a 3-game series, 2 games at home makes a lot of difference. And so that's what's at stake for the Huskies going into the second half.
So much on the line for the Huskies, and they're going to need strong will out of different players tonight. As let's take a look at tonight's starting pitchers for Duluth. It'll be Mason Burns making his second start of the season. His lone start was at La Crosse during that 8-game road trip for the Huskies. Things didn't really go his way in that contest. And then for the Bismarck Larks, it's going to be Carter Ross. It's his 3rd season with the Bismarck Larks. He's had fantastic numbers in the North Dakota capital with the Larks squad, but he's making his first start of the season as he's just joined Bismarck here for the start of the second half.
Yeah, no stranger to the Bismarck area. He's pitched at Bismarck State. He's going to be transferring to Wichita State this upcoming spring. Last year for the Larks, he had 2.67 ERA and 33 2/3 innings pitched. He was absolutely solid for this team last year, and I'm sure the Larks are expecting the same kind of production from him going into this second half. Mason Burns, you're right, Evan. He's a guy who has struggled in this opener role before. 6 earned runs and 2 2/3 innings pitched against La Crosse the last time he tried to do this. And we talked about how much the bullpen struggled in the first half, but really had an exorcism moment when they came through for the Huskies to win that first half championship against Waterloo on July 4th. Well, Marcus Pointer's going to have to rely on that bullpen a lot more going into the second half, and it's all going to start tonight. Mason Burns on the mound. Expect a bullpen game today, and hopefully Burns can get things started right.
It's a clean slate for everybody in the Northwoods League. It's the Bismarck Larks and the Duluth Huskies starting lineups and first pitch on the other side of a commercial break. This is Duluth Huskies baseball on the Northwoods League Baseball Network.